We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. Yeah, this is Everton Blender, and it's all about the young police from Jamaica, seeing Young Police Channel. Big up yourself, Everton Blender said that. We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. Blessed love, Rastafari.
Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police Channel. To our loyal viewers, subscribers and Patreon members. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because they save lives. This is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives at this channel. We at the channel aid criminals with a passion and do not want them over here. We do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you to go to prison or the departure lounge at Madden. Moving on to today's video. Yeah, so this is part 2 of the 2-part series, telling you about Chris Martin's cousin, who robbed Early B's drugs and money. After this man have been taking care of him, purchasing house and stuff like that, and he robbed them with his drugs and money in New Jersey, and then ventured down to Jamaica to go to Chris Martin's grandmother's funeral, and he was there at the night. But unfortunately, he's not the one who has lost his life. It's an innocent man who has nothing to do with the robbery of Early B's drugs in New York, New Jersey. So you know that the family of Early B that live in the same community now, they must be worried now if retaliation is going to meet it upon them for killing this man. Remember, every action there's a reaction. Chris Martin's cousin robbing this man is drugs and money, and now the man wants revenge because not only that the man betray him, but betray him bigly, and because this is a man that he trusts. This man works for him in the drugs arena, because drug dealing is a business, although it's illegal, but the government says it's a business, because once you have goods and services and you're receiving money for the service, that's a business, but it's illegal. So you're going to hear now from 2 women who are victims and survivors. Victims, survivors, and witness of this crime. So you watch, you listen, and you decide.
We get up and we look, we see me run my kitchen, sit down with the others cooking, and we don't go here Holy Part barrage a shot. And then we get up and we look down to where the board was. We see everybody running to where I was, and it was just chaos. Right now, like me I walk, but I'm in a daze.
My first reaction, I left from around the back because I heard my sister here. She was screaming and calling for her children and asked where her children was, and we held on to her and said they are here, they are there, and they are okay. And when we're there, and I heard somebody come and said to me, called my name, and she said to me, call somebody because my nephew got shot.
That young man, me don't know if he be in pass all the time and me get. Very respectful young man to me. Me don't know if he me don't know.
So you hear that, you listen to 3 other people that are victim of this crime, and you heard one of the men. He said that he thought it was gun salute. So it's something that's normal now in Jamaica, because guns is prevalent in Jamaica now. And guess what? What political party contribute to it? Yes, man. But as I said before, and I'll say again, one is just a little bit better than the other. You understand? One is just a little bit better than the other. The other one will burn on Jamaica and roll off our ashes. So we continue. So Chris Martin's public condemnation of the deadly shooting at his grandmother's wake, where 8 people were shot and 1 fatally wounded, feels almost like a desperate attempt to distance himself from violence that, in truth, has roots close to home. So he took to Instagram urging the perpetrator to surrender to the authority and pleading with the community to bring them to justice. He stated, "Jamaica, we must do better. Life is too precious to be consumed by violence." He described his grandmother as a woman of deep faith and sacrifice, devastated by how this senseless violence marred her memory. Whenever I hear this man, when the people them dead the other day at Cherry Tree, the 8 people, almost 2 weeks. Whenever I hear this man come out and offer no condolences to the victims them down there. Because people them at Cherry Tree, the man is a human being, and you know, if you offend the shatters them. So now the shatters them turn up a him grandmother home now at the dead yard and shoot 8 people and 1 of them fatally. Now him a cry out. But him never remember that 8 people were murdered before, and we never hear him condemn violence in Jamaica yet. Because most of these artists, you know, they are involved in criminality in one way or the other. Whether them complicit or in some way. Because silence is consent. Very rare you have an artist that comes out, and most of the time when these artists comes out and denounce criminality is when it affects somebody that they know or somebody who's popular. They don't care about the little average person, because remember that their music, you know, most of these people, their music is all about killing each other. Yes, and inform of the dead. You never hear them come out and burn fire against and tell them, say, when you kill another human being, you're violating people's human rights, but you want the police to protect your rights. We don't believe in that. You get the same treatment like how you treat your neighbor. So while Chris Martin's words may resonate with many, they also raise a glaring question. Where was this outcry when innocent lives were taken in Cherry Tree Lane, in Clarendon? Yeah, him will ask that. So I'm a hypocrite. The selective nature of his concern is troubling, especially considering that the violence at his grandmother's wake, night, was instigated by a criminal act within his own family. Says one of his cousins, and he knew about it. Because the same man, Early B, said that him tell Chris, say him cousin thief him things and him want back him things. You understand? So it's easy to call for justice when it's close to home. But true integrity would demand the same energy and outrage for others. Yeah, so you know, this it never show the same outrage for the victims of violence crime. Never. Not just those connected to us personally. So these people, you know, them feel like say committing crimes. It now have nothing to do with me because it now affect me and them things. So I am not going to say anything. When you are a person, especially living in a society where people look up to celebrity, them know say majority of Jamaican people are a certain segment of the society are criminal-minded people, and they are the loudest mouth, empty barrels, make the most noise, and they are the PR people, the women, they are the PR for the criminals, and then we come out and lie for them. Yes. So as we said before, at the Jamaica Young Police channel, there is no honest criminals. Once you venture into a life of crime, you surround yourself with dishonesty, betrayal, and violence. What did Bembo expect? An honest criminal? Such an expectation are nothing short of madness. The reality is that when you live by the sword, you inevitably become entangled in the same destructive force you unleash on others. Chris Martin's silence and other acts of violence, juxtaposed with his vocal response to this incident, highlights the dangerous hypocrisy that emerged when we selectively choose which tragedy to condemn. So like we know, we condemn all killings, you understand? Except when time police kill criminal. No, we celebrate that. But anytime people kill people, we condemn it. You understand? So when you tune into this channel, you are not here to surface level, commentary or empty rhetoric. No, we know that. You are here because you seek the truth presented in a logical, rational, and meticulous structured way. This is where we dig deep beneath the headlines to uncover the deeper truths others might overlook. So here we don't just tell what happened, we help you understand why. So that's why we tell us that this channel is not for goldfishes. Yeah, goldfishes now, them can't, after them, the goldfishes them gone a long time in the car. Them say, boy, the introduction is too long. This channel is not for goldfishes because we can't help goldfishes, them already set. So as we delve in the case of Chris Martin, a situation that eerily mirrors the tragic event on Cherry Tree Lane. At first glance, these incidents might seem isolated, but they are connected by a deeper, more insidious pattern that continues to play out across our society in Jamaica. We must grasp the broader context before we get into specifics of Chris Martin's case. We see a series of random acts of violence, the inevitable consequences of a more significant, pervasive issues. Many might call, or many will recall, that there is no honor among thieves and there is no honest criminal, as we said before. So it's a saying that has stood the test of time for good reason. While some might argue that even criminals operate on a code of honor, the reality, especially in Jamaica, is far more grim. As these individuals adhere to any code of honor, many might still be alive today, perhaps even enjoying their, what them profit from them business. Because whether or not you want to believe in it, criminals are business people, because them crime is for profit. It's just that they do not want to go about it as majority of the fellow citizens of Jamaica. They don't want to work. They want to take what others work and live big. You understand? And they don't care about the laws. Their job is to commit crime and get away with their criminal acts. And those who oppose them must die. That's how these people, that's the way that these people live. So it's us, the decent citizen now, must work against these people by becoming informers. Yes, and informers are good people. You understand? These individuals, them not have nothing named loyalty. Instead, their world is one where loyalty and trust are foreign concepts, leading to betrayal, violence, and ultimately their destruction. As I said to you before, 9 out of 10 times, criminals always kill them one friend. That's how them operate. Or if they don't do it, them set up them friend make police kill them. I mean, I tell you that based on my experience as an old detective. So the absence of honor is why these individuals meet such swift and brutal ends. In the world of crime, honor isn't just a virtue, it is necessity. Criminals rely on loyalty and protection of their peers to survive. But when betrayal is second nature, when every move is calculated to outmaneuver and exploit, the result is a vicious cycle of backstabbing and violence. These criminals become like cannibals, preying on each other and consuming their own until nothing remains. In today's society, one of the most vile acts, and these criminals are no different. So these criminals behave like Neanderthals. You understand? If you know what Neanderthals mean, and reptilians, them not art. They don't see comrades or partners in crime. They see opportunities. So just like you have a brother who come from up, you have a majority of men them who involved in drugs and a foreign and them get killed. 9 out of 10 times, one of them are the men them who come down and bury him, and them kill him because they know they dead now have no power. You understand? And they don't hesitate to betray, rob, and kill each other for a fleeting advantage. This self-destructive behavior is why they really live long enough to enjoy their ill-gotten gains. So all of that, I have told those of you who have been here for all these years, I have told you of a case with an other guy named Ian Smith from Greenwich and Tanya and Corey. Yeah, and he was deported from America, and the man brought him back and him killed them for millions of viewers, and he's now on death row here in Florida. So consider the massacre on Cherry Tree Lane, triggered by a drug deal gone wrong. A stark example of how greed and betrayal can lead to a catastrophic consequences. Similarly, in Chris Martin's case, yes, with his cousin, his relative betrayed Earl Bembo, yeah man, that's a early B, a Bembo, a man who had looked after him by robbing him of his drugs and money in New Jersey. So this act of betrayal set off a chain of events that's culminated in the deadly shooting at Chris Martin's grandmother's wake. So that would tell us that there is no honest criminal. So these criminals devoid, them show no regard for anyone. So them just come down and just open up shot and just shoot who them can shoot, and them not care. Because if them regard life, them let us look for who them come for. Not say what them do is justifiable, but just operate in that way. We all look for you just kill them, or you understand, because them feel that is the only best way. We don't support killing of another human being in that fashion unless it's a thing called self-defense. And you cannot use illegal weapon to commit self-defense unless you are the victim at the time. When we say the victim, the person come and them have an illegal gun and you arrest them, take it away from them and kill them. We support you with that. That's what the Detective Thomas had done. We don't even hear anything about him and his funeral or anything, you understand? And we don't like to talk with his mother, because he has been killed now over a month, and we haven't seen anything the force out that said that he was killed. Yes, so not even these criminals devoid of honor, show no regard for anyone, not even their own family. Yeah, them not have none. So the shooting in Point Hill wasn't just about settling scores. No, it wasn't. It was a manifestation of the same dirty behavior that led to the Cherry Tree Lane massacre. Dishonesty, thieving, and as we tell you, there's no honest criminals. These criminals are like chinks. As we tell you, they are like chinks. Because you have to choose the word carefully with YouTube, Once you use certain words, yeah man, I tell you, your channel get dink, and you understand. So them feed on each other. And if you know chinks are bed bugging and them smell bad. Yeah, feeding on each other until there's nothing left. So they lack any sense of loyalty or allegiance, which inevitably leads to their demise. So if these criminals possess even a shred of honor, that's how them have that, if these criminals even a shred of honor, they might have been able to enjoy the wealth that they have amassed. But hey, look, them not care about that, Yeah, but their lack, because most of the time, as we tell you, most of the time, them friends kill them. But their lack of loyalty ensures that they will die young, hunted down by their kind. You understand? So the alarming shift now is that instead of targeting specific individuals, they have escalated to indiscriminate violence, attacking entire gatherings without a care for who will get caught in the crossfires. So this is the harsh reality of their creativity as depraved-minded people of this world who feed on others and are criminals in their thoughts and actions, also selfish people who do not accept responsibilities for their actions. Yes, they don't. Betrayal. These people, to know what they have done wrong, they don't care about that. A world without honor, loyalty, or a future. It is spiraling into chaos where the only certainty is that betrayal will be met with more betrayal and violence. Will beget more violence until nothing is left but the ashes of lives that could have been. So in the past, so we always we give some context, and because this, as we tell you, if you're over here saying you're not learning anything, you're at the wrong channel. Because we're not there, this is an entertainment channel. So we are telling things on based on our experience. In the past, yes, when we say in the past, we are talking 70s, 80s, 90s. In the past, the criminal underworld operated under different unspoken rules. When a member of a criminal gang wronged another, whether by stealing weapons, drugs, or money, the response was directed and targeted. So they would not go after the family, they would go right after the same person. You understand? The person who committed the crime. So that's what they would have done. The person who wronged them. But they, you know, although them are criminal, them believe say them operate at them have them own laws and inform of the dead, but yet still, if inform of the dead, or you want the person who rob you, you want people to tell you where they want. So informing that too. So they want to have it both ways, but they don't understand that what they're doing is wrong. They know it, but them still continue. So the focus was on pursuing the individual responsible for the betrayal, ensuring that justice as they saw it was served within the confines of their twisted code. The violence was brutal, but it was confined to those directly involved in the criminal activities. So fast forward to 2024, and we see a starkly different and far more disturbing pattern. Today's criminals don't just target those who have wronged them, they unleash their wrath on the innocent, family members, friends, and anyone remotely connected to their adversaries. This shift in behavior highlights a complete erosion of whatever twisted loyalty once exists within these criminal circles. The question then arises is this: if these criminals know that their actions will harm or kill innocent relatives and friends, why do they still choose to wrong others in their network? So, you know, make it make sense to me. If you know as a criminal, you know, so boy, you wrong other people, you commit crime and do things against them, and you know so them are hurt your family or your friends, why you do it? So let me say you don't care about the others them, because that's all the criminal them change, them have a different way or them behave. These people, them not operate as them used to before, because if them can't catch Quacker, them say catch him shot. And in time these people come to kill, them just kill everyone that's there. Innocent, guilty. But who are they? And yet when these people are caught, guess what? They want their lives to be spared, and they want the laws to protect them, protect their rights when they did not do that to their victims. You can't have it both ways. That's how we say. That's why we say preemptive strikes save life. You understand? So this behavior reflects a profound lack of loyalty and a deep-seated disregard for human life. It's as if the concept of accountability has been lost, replaced by a reckless and self-destructive impulsive that endangers the guilty and the innocent. So that's how them not care. Them just kill anything whether they, and then them go back and them boast. Oh, I mean you kill so much people, you know, but yet when their time to die, yeah, them, you know, them silence up themselves, and cause when them see it coming and them most of them are dead, yeah, them belly get weak because them don't want to be dead. So them are, yeah, you understand? So that's why even like all the guy when he in White Night where the police them save a Clarendon and carry him to hospital. So many people him kill since him in the prison. So you can't save them people. Yeah. Some people you have to send them straight to the departure lounge. You understand? But perhaps the most pressing question is why the perpetrators from these gangs feel compelled to kill the relatives of those who have wronged them instead of confronting the actual offenders. And the reason why they do it is because them are men, baby. Them are cowards. And them can attack the weak. The person where them are trying to pursue, them not take out them problem on that person. Them take it out to the relatives and friends, which is wrong. If somebody wrong you, why you kill the man, mother, father, brother, cousin, sister? How is that deal with your void that you have as a human being? Pursue the person where you believe have wronged you. You understand? So this behavior suggests something far more insidious a psychological disconnect that dehumanize the innocent, turning them into mere collateral damage in a brutal power struggle. It reveals a disturbing lack of empathy, a trait increasingly defining the modern criminal mindset. So these individuals are not operating within the bounds of normal human behavior. Their actions point to a profound psychological problem, a deficiency in basic human decency that strips them of the ability to see others, particularly the innocent, as human beings with lives, emotions, and families of their own. They have become so entangled in their world of violence and betrayal that they can no longer distinguish between the guilty and the innocent, lashing out indiscriminately in the quest for revenge and dominance. As a society, this shift in the criminal world is not just a symptom of moral decay, but a sign of a deep-rooted psychological crisis among these individuals. They are driven by impulses that go beyond greed or anger, impulses that suggest a fundamental brokenness, a disconnect from the very fabric of humanity. As a society, we must recognize this growing threat and understand that these are not merely criminals, individuals who have lost touch with what it means to be human. Their actions are not just criminal, but profoundly inhuman, and they pose a danger not only to their enemies, but to everyone around them. We must address this issue, not just through law enforcement, but by acknowledging the psychological rot at the heart of this violence. By understanding and addressing the root causes, we can begin to dismantle the cycle of violence. Yes, we can. This has taken a hold in the criminal circle. We can take back our country. Yes, it is not just about stopping the criminals. It's about restoring a sense of humanity in the world that is lost, that has lost its way. So we have to treat criminals how they're supposed to be treated. If a man depraved and him a killer, you have to use preemptive strike. Preemptive strike, save lives. Yes, and to Chris Martin, well, no, you feel it to lose feel violated. So that's why all of us have to speak together. This crime situation in Jamaica, all hands on deck to solve this, not one. We know that one political party is in bed with criminal, and we'll make sure we do this video about before the weekend about these people and their criminal actions, or them show that them have little or no regard for human lives, but yet they want their lives and human rights to be protected, which is hypocritical. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.